So I am going to create a new hypnosis track, and I want to share with you how to do that if it's something you want to do. I mean, if you're a creative person, or honestly, I didn't really consider myself creative for a long time, but it doesn't take much to figure out how to do this on your own. However, I'm just going to show you how I'm doing it, and I can talk a little bit about the benefits probably in another video, but I just want to show you how simple this is. So what I've done so far is I have, number one, done a lot of preparation in ChatGPT. So it doesn't matter what AI chat tool you're using, but I use ChatGPT a lot because I have the different project folders. I pay for it, obviously, and within those projects you can really add a lot of context. So you can give project instructions, so kind of within that project it can always behave a certain way and take certain things into account. That's where I might upload a PDF of an entire book, for example, and say, hey, I want to talk about hypnosis in this case, and I want to use the principles from this book. Now sometimes, because books are so much content, sometimes it doesn't accurately pull the things out of it that you want, so you could go out into the world and find your own example of this. If you want to learn about the benefits of hypnosis, there's many places you could, just go to YouTube and type it in, and there's woo-woo stuff that's kind of, hypnosis is this magical thing we can't explain, but then there is more of like a scientific approach as well, which there's truth to it, right? And I've experienced this actually because I've paid for hypnosis. I've gone to Dr. George Pratt down in Laguna Beach in California. That was recommended to me by a guy named Jeremy, and Rob Deerdeck, if you look him up, credits Dr. George Pratt with a lot of his success because of the hypnosis, and I experienced that. I did, I think, 3 sessions with Dr. Pratt. I would love to do more, but obviously if you want to do in person or online, you can go to someone like that. It's fine. But anyway, I have been getting recently into like the self-hypnosis stuff because I'm like, if I could get myself into that state, and what triggered this, I want to say this really quick, is actually this guy Marcel Klein, who some people love, some people hate, doesn't really matter. Point is, he goes pretty ham on the hypnosis stuff. Some of it is obviously exaggerated because he knows how to actually kind of get through to you, whether in a positive or a negative way. That's why some people feel a little different about him. I had a positive experience where he did a webinar, and I actually hopped on that thing, and he did this little process, and I was like, I came out of it like, dang, that was really, really, really powerful. It kind of meshed together some things for me, and it was powerful enough for me to go, I am going to start creating these on my own. I actually already had a few. I had some stuff that, like on a timer, I could do another video on this, but I have a timer that goes off on my phone every day, and it automatically plays an audio. Again, you could use shortcuts on your iPhone and things like that to automatically play stuff or trigger things, automations on your iPhone, if you didn't know that. And so I have one every day. It's because I've had to learn over time to become better at schedule and to be more, because I'm a very adventurous person. So like, for the longest time I told myself I hate days that feel and look the same. But the truth is that to make momentum and create traction and momentum in your life, you kind of need some consistency. And so that was one of the ways I did that, was I program in those audios. And so at 5 o'clock every day, it's like, hey, your day's over. I can link another video or something where I play that for you and I show you what I was using. But anyway, right now, let's get back to the main thing, right? So all I've done is I have ChatGPT. I have a whole project on it, like I mentioned, and I am going into that project folder right now, and I just I thought of like a new thing that I wanted to work on with myself. Now, I've done a lot of personality tests. All those are in my ChatGPT. It knows a lot about me. My ChatGPT, every single possible setting that you could create and set on ChatGPT, like the backend settings as well. There's backend settings for how you want it to talk to you and in what language and all that stuff. Not like English, Spanish, but like, what types of words it kind of navigates towards or away from. Do you want it to be super direct with you? And I have mine programmed for my blind spots. So it automatically will kind of reveal things to me that I would have never thought about. But it has to know a lot about you to do that. So with that said, right now I just have a YouTube video on right now that is playing some sort of audio. I just want some fill in the blank. I have the chat open, and this specific one I'm doing is is going to be created on, let's see, what was the topic I did? So self-hypnosis script, because obviously I'm going to read this and I'm going to record it. That's why I have these in right now, because I want the recording to be a little higher quality. And I have actually like a very high quality mic. I just don't have it with where I'm at right now. And then thinking like a weapon, becoming a force, the greatest marketer of your era. Okay, so this is the thing I want to rinse over myself. And I'm about to go work out. I'm gonna hop in the shower, and so I will play this on my speaker while I'm in the shower. And so you're in the hot water and you're going through the process that you're about to see right now, and it will shift kind of your identity and perception of yourself. And that's the whole point of hypnosis, right? Is to kind of bring you from one state to another, and it does that very effectively, actually. And it's pretty cool if you start learning about it. I'm reading a book on hypnosis now. Again, I kind of thought it was like a woo-woo, spiritual thing, like make me like do some chicken squawks and walk around, make me forget my name. But actually, it's kind of like a state you enter when you're like in between sleep, and you become very suggestible even to yourself. And so that's what we're doing right now. So you're about to watch. I'm just gonna do this right here. I just put my phone on Do Not Disturb because I don't want people to be able to call me right now. I'm gonna open the voice memos app. Oh, it already started, so stop that, start it again. So I have the script in front of me right here. I'm even gonna read the instructions, right? Because I want this one to be like something where I even understand what the instructions were, okay? Otherwise I could just read the words, but you'll see what I'm talking about. Let's go ahead and do this. Self-hypnosis script, thinking like a weapon, becoming a force, the greatest marketer of your era. Step 1, induction, breathing, and the descent. I just realized, by the way, my script is not complete. It's missing a section. Because it created a PDF for me. Lovely. Go ahead and just put the entire script that I can read directly here in the chat. So I'm having it rewrite everything because it had put it on a PDF and now that link expired. Alright, so here we're going to start this again. There's enough here to where I can get started. Okay. Self-hypnosis script. And sometimes you just sound like a dork. Alright. Self-hypnosis script. Thinking like a weapon. Becoming a force. The greatest marketer of your era. Step 1, induction. Breathing and the descent. Begin now by gently closing your eyes and taking a slow, deep breath in through your nose. Hold. Out through your mouth. And again, deep breath in. Feeling your chest rise a little bit further. And hold. Exhale slowly. One more time. Breathe in deep. Now exhale everything out. Self-hypnosis script. Thinking like a weapon. Becoming a force. The greatest marketer of your era. Step 1, induction. Breathing and the descent. Begin now by gently closing your eyes and taking a slow, deep breath. In through your nose. Hold. Out through your mouth.
And again, deep breath in. Feeling your chest rise a little bit further. And hold. Exhale slowly. And one more time. Breathe in deep. And now exhale everything out.
All right, so we just finished that, and we're Gucci. We're done. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go ahead and have the audio right here, right? So directly to my phone, literally just in the voice memos, and I'm just going to throw a title on it. Now, I could edit it. I don't know if I can even chop and edit in here. I'm going to guess it might be possible to chop some things out in the voice memos app. Edit recording. Sure, cool. I don't know if I can like clip things out or how it works. Trim. I can trim. Cool. So I'm gonna trim because there was one thing I kind of messed up, and then yeah, this thing is ready to rock. So what I'll do is I'll just toss that on my speaker, hop in the shower after the gym or whatever it might be, play it in my car. May hook it up on a timeline like I mentioned earlier, but I don't really like that. That's more for framing my day, you know, something in the morning, something at night. I've actually turned off all of them except for the one at 5 o'clock, which now just tells me, hey, the day's over, here's what to focus on now, which is really like family time, relationships, because I have a habit of just like working until the sun goes down, and I'd really like to change that, and it's already changed quite a bit. But still, right? Like even right now, it's 5:37. I'm doing this, but really I should be like spending more time with family and friends, right? So with that said, I will see you in more videos. I don't know if I should be making videos like this. I'm just kind of creating some stuff of what I'm doing, what I'm focused on, and I figure that this will benefit somebody. And yeah, pretty soon I should be back on my own home base because I'm traveling right now. And so I don't have like my normal desk and office and all that jazz. But with that said, yeah, if you like stuff like this, if this kind of stuff is beneficial, helpful, interesting, just let me know, because I'm going to be talking about marketing stuff, how to make more money in your business. I really, really love that type of thing, and especially for people who are not the most tech savvy, but they already have a great referral system, they have a thriving business, and they haven't really tapped into paid ads. To really scale to cold markets and to acquire predictably, because it's the one benefit of paid ads, right? Is you can calculate your cost of acquiring people, whereas organic and referrals, even if you have a good flow, you know, they can just dry up out of nowhere. And where's your dial to just turn that up or turn that down? And so I'm super excited. I'm talking about that kind of stuff, and then stuff like this I think I'm going to work in as I go, just because I find this interesting. I'm using it for myself, so I must. I see a lot of benefit in it. This is just one example of different things that I do. But with that said, yeah, I'll probably have to make some videos too about like my whole background, like what I've done, where I've gone. I've traveled to like just about 30 countries. I know there's people who have traveled to a lot more. It's not about the number to me. It's about the impact that had on my personal life, because I started doing that at 20 years old. And at the time of this recording, I'm 33. And so, yeah, it was a long time. And I've also lived in many different countries, and I've had a lot of experiences. I've had a lot of experiences. The highest of the high, meaning, you know, like economically, like some of the people I've worked with are like some of the ultra rich people, you know, multi-billionaires at the top, and then all the way down to, you know, like I've backpacked and stayed in places where the water didn't turn on. So I've seen a lot of stuff. I've experienced a lot of things. I've traveled. I've been on the private jets and the yachts and stuff. And I've also been the guy with nothing and guiding himself in Sri Lanka, a little island off of India, with just a physical map, because I had no cell phone service and cell phones were not as much of a thing back at that point in time. So with that said, yeah, I want to make more content like this. I'll probably give you more of my background in some other videos, because I went to university for a bunch of stuff, some medical things. You know, my father has Parkinson's, and that was a really interesting dynamic to grow up with, and it's probably a huge reason as to why I focus on the things that I focus on, because I was definitely not a normal kid talking and thinking about all the things that you know, most young kids were. I was in a very different frame of thinking and feeling and experiencing than a lot of the people that I knew. So yeah, I'm gonna create more stuff here related to that eventually, and related to, you know, how much I had to change in order to like even watch my family change. You know, there was things that I would have liked to change, but I realized I was the only one that could do something about it, and it had to start with me, and I did. And the profound effects on that have been just unbelievable, unreal. In addition to that, you know, I have a huge fitness background, and I've obviously been obsessed with health, understanding nutrition, where our food comes from. Again, as a result probably of my father's Parkinson's, because he got Parkinson's at 38 years old. You gotta understand, you know, I was 3, he was 38. That's tough. Like in 5 years, right? That's like if I got Parkinson's in 5 years, that'd be insanely. Like I feel like my 30s is where life is like fully taking off, and just to have that chopped, you know, and have your manhood kind of cut there would be, I can't even imagine, psychologically very difficult. So, you know, with that said, I'll probably share more of that stuff as we go along, because why not? I think other people can benefit from it. And yeah, other than that, let me know your thoughts about this hypnosis stuff, any of the other topics I mentioned. If there's something interesting in there to you, I would love to know, because that does kind of tell me where there might be some interest in what I should create. So other than that, cheers, and let me know how your hypnosis sessions go.